Hey, my name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about what kind of swimwear Christian women should wear in public. If you haven't watched my last video, I highly recommend doing so. In it, I address what the biblical definition for modesty is and go over what parts of our body should be covered. For those of you who haven't watched it, I'm just going to give a quick 1-minute recap of it because it is the basis for determining what type of swimwear is appropriate. So essentially, Paul instructs women in 1 Timothy 2 verse 9 that they should fully cover their bodies. These instructions not only apply when gathering with the church, but can be easily applied to our everyday lives when we are leaving our homes, when we are going out in public. Paul said that women should wear a catastole, which was basically a long, loose-fitting robe that left only the woman's hands, feet, and neck exposed. And I don't believe that we have to wear this exact garment, but I believe that Paul referenced the catastole because it was the garment at the time that properly and modestly covered women. And by referencing it, he was demonstrating what parts of a woman's body needed to be covered and how. The Bible also says that women should cover their heads and reveals that the unveiling and loosening of a woman's hair is seen as immodest. And so when it comes to swimwear, we should cover ourselves in the same way because first of all, the Bible instructs us to, and second, the purpose of modesty is still the same. Modesty, first of all, honors God. Jesus says that if we love him, we will obey his commands, and we are instructed to dress modestly and cover ourselves in the New Testament. And we are also fulfilling the second commandment Jesus gave to love our neighbors as ourselves. So what does loving our neighbor as ourselves have to do with modesty? Well, modesty protects other men and women from temptation to lust, comparison, insecurity, and jealousy. If you're interested in learning more about that, I will link my video 7 Reasons to Dress Modestly in the description because I go much more into depth about that in that video. But temptation does not magically go away when we go to the beach, the pool, the lake, or anywhere else. There is no temptation-free safety zone. For this reason, our standard of modesty should be consistent everywhere that we go in public. Also, I know that it's really easy to think we are dressed modestly when we compare what we're wearing to what other people are wearing. But two negatives do not create a positive. Just because someone is wearing a tankini and another person is wearing a bikini does not make the tankini modest. Comparison does not define modesty. The Bible does. So yes, even in our swimwear, we should still seek to be loosely and fully covered. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. The first way is to wear a bikini with a full-length dress. This is what I have been wearing this summer, and in my next video, I plan on sharing my personal experience wearing it as a Christian in America. So look out for that video. I will probably be releasing it early next week. But anyways, so another idea is I know that a lot of Christian women will just wear a full-length dress that is made of like active or swimwear material, and then they will put a long sleeve shirt on top of it that is either like a hunting shirt or an Under Armour shirt, something that has that active water resistant material. But if you have any other suggestions or ways to be fully covered at the beach, feel free to share them in the comment section. But I just want to emphasize again that the biblical standard for modesty does not make alterations or exceptions for bathing suits. You know, women who struggle with comparison, insecurity, and jealousy are not going to stop comparing their bodies to other women just because they're at the pool. Women who struggle with lusting after other women are not going to stop being tempted by homosexual thoughts just because they are at the beach. And men are not going to stop being tempted to lust after other women just because they're at the lake. The only way to guard against these temptations is to 1, control your thoughts, and 2, to look away. And when we cover ourselves, we are helping people to do this in the sense that we are giving their eyes and their minds a lot less to work with. We are making our bodies inaccessible for them to see. And the people who truly benefit the most by us dressing modestly are people who are actively trying to guard against these temptations. For example, a woman who is really struggling with insecurity and comparison, one of the first things that she will do when she is trying to overcome the struggle is she will stop following and looking at other girls on social media who make her feel insecure. Women who post immodest pictures of themselves, and also women who intentionally flaunt their beauty. These are the women that she is going to be avoiding and unfollowing. Same thing with people who are struggling with lust. A man who is trying to intentionally stay faithful to his wife, and a woman who is intentionally fighting homosexual desires. They are going to try to do everything they can to not even look at a woman who is dressed promiscuously because they don't want a single impure thought to come into their mind. On the other hand, people who are not trying to fight against lust, they are more than likely going to be indulging in sexual temptation, whether that's through watching pornography, following promiscuous women on social media, or checking women out in real life. The beach and the pool are two main attractions for these types of people because they know that there are going to be a ton of women who are essentially naked, and they want to see these women's bodies. They want to entertain sexual thoughts about these women in their minds. They are at these places to get a free show, and they're going to get it all while doing nothing but sitting in their beach chair and hiding their wandering eyes behind a pair of sunglasses. And so by wearing modest swimwear, we are really protecting ourselves from these types of people. We are preserving our dignity. In my video where I shared 7 reasons to dress modestly, in my last point I talked about how modesty displays self-respect. A study was actually done where they found that women and men both objectify women who are dressed immodestly. In this study, women wearing more provocative clothing were rated as less strong, determined, and intelligent, emphasizing sexual availability and objectification. And so this is a huge reason why it is so important to dress modestly and cover our bodies even in our swimwear. And so that's all I have for this video. Like I said, in my next video, I plan on sharing my personal experience wearing the burkini in America. I also plan on doing a video soon sharing my wardrobe and modest outfit ideas. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.